Hello, my fellow weirdos. My computer's been doing the rebooting. I've made two videos. One last night, or no, one this morning. Yeah, one last night, and one a little while ago. Longer ones. One was a bunch of art stuff, and today's was how to make good signs that last and get attention. Another long one. Just as I was finishing, the damn thing popped off. Um, we'll try this again for something else because it's been a long day, been rained on. I'm tired, but you have to listen to this. Now, if you're in America, you probably know about Alcatraz. You probably know anyway, even if you're not in America. And Alcatraz did the England brothers and what's his name, the guy with Morris. He they got out and they got off the rock. We just, what happened after that? Did they actually make it? I personally, I think they did. I think at least two of them did. The fourth person couldn't. His thing was not. He couldn't get through it in time, and they had to go because of the tide and stuff. They couldn't. They couldn't wait, and he had to get left behind. Now, that's a quick. I think of it. Now it's been a museum. One of the reasons why they closed it is just it's just very expensive to run. The salt water constantly right there is constantly breaking down concrete. It's very costly to run. Being where it is to get supplies, it was just finally, you know what, it was escaped, and so that was the whole point of it being where it was. It was not easy to escape the place because even if you got out of yourself to get out to begin with. After that, it's been a museum for a bit. So now listen to this.
How did you decide to reopen Alcatraz? Can you walk us through that decision?
Did I say what?
To reopen Alcatraz, how will you use it? How did you come up with the idea?
Well, I guess I was supposed to be a movie maker. We started with the movie making, and we'll end. I mean, it represents something very strong, very powerful in terms of law and order. Our country needs law and order. Alcatraz is, I would say, the ultimate, right? Alcatraz, Sing Sing and Alcatraz, the movies. But
there's a guy on one side and a gal on the other. The look on her face from the moment he said what he said through the entire rest of the thing is like, I don't know if she's trying not to cry, or if she's trying not to laugh, or if she's trying not to puke. But anyway.
It's right now a museum, believe it or not. A lot of people go there. It housed the most violent criminals in the world, and nobody ever escaped. One person almost got there, but they, as you know the story, they found him.
It has the worst criminal. Does he think it's still open? They even said it's a museum for a while.
His clothing rather badly ripped up, and it was a lot of shark bites, a lot of problems.
You can't tell if it's a shark bite with clothing that's been in the ocean, and that didn't mean anything. Believe me, I have delved into that, the D.B. Cooper thing, from way more than just a few sources, and from a span of time. And there was nothing definitive. It's still broken on that, but I think two of them did get through.
Nobody's ever escaped from Alcatraz, and just represented something strong having to do with law and order. We need law and order in this country, and so we're going to look at it. Some of the people up here are going to be working very hard on that, and we had a little conversation. I think it's going to be very interesting. We'll see if we can bring it back in large form, add a lot. But I think it represents something.
add a lot. He doesn't know what the fuck. He thinks, it sounds like he thinks it's currently running as a prison and that they're gonna renovate it or add it. It's on a fucking rock in the ocean. How do you fucking add on to it? It's already got no more land to build on. What the fuck is he talking about? There's nobody being held in there.
Right now it's a big hulk that's sitting there rusting and rotting. You look at it, it's sort of, you saw that picture that was put out, it's sort of amazing. But it sort of represents something that's both horrible and beautiful and strong and miserable, weak. It's got a lot of qualities that are interesting, and I think.
How does a fucking building have qualities? It doesn't possess. It has features. How does a fucking building have qualities? Well, he thinks buildings have qualities. That explains a lot about his lack of qualities.
They make a point. Just when you think.
That was Brian Tyler going. Am I just incredibly tired, or is what it sounded like to me what it sounded like to you? It sounds like he thinks people are still being held prisoners in there. And I guess you can just add land to a little island and I mean, does he think this is Saudi where they're just going to create islands and what the Please tell me that it sounds that way. That's what he thinks to you too, because otherwise, if it's just me, I am incredibly fucking tired. Okay? I mean, I'm tired, but I hear you smoke along. Oh, I got the one thing, and I didn't get the stepladder yet, but it's almost here. It's in Georgia. It came from Georgia, but yeah, it's okay. It's coming. I am getting tired. It should have been here last week. Okay. Back to Alcatraz. Okay. I'm still not understanding what he said. Can anybody help me with that? Because that made no sense. And you noticed how when he doesn't know the topic he's talking about, he doesn't know what he's talking about, he thinks using a bunch of words that are opposites. It was beautiful and it was tragic. Or horrible, not tragic, he would use tragic. It was beautiful and it was horrible, and it was so strong, so strong, but yet so crumbling and weak. It's like, it's a building. What the fuck are you babbling about? The first person that's standing behind him or on stage with him when he does his babbling shit like this, or by the plane or whatever, any of his persons, anybody, I just want to see one of them, like her, say, just in the middle of what he's babbling about, just be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I mean, who else wants to see somebody, one of his assistants or one of his people there, in the middle of his babbling that he really isn't even on the topic, just be like, what are you talking about? There's no inmates in there. It's not What are you talking about? I just want to see somebody do that. Please. Peace out, guys.